Afternoon, folks. This is the old captain coming to you live from Crooked Creek with this week's Crooked Creek Hymn of the Week. Our writer this week is Joseph Gilmore, 1834 to 1918. He probably had the 23rd Psalm on his mind, on his heart, when he wrote this song. The first three verses of Psalms 23 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake." You know, some of us are leaders, some of us are followers, but you would do well to be a follower of the Lord. You can't lead all the time. You just fare a whole lot better by being led by God, by Jesus. Well, Joseph Gilmore lived from 1834 to 1918, and he penned this following hymn that's called "He Leadeth Me, O Blessed Thought." 4 verses, okay? Join me as we sing. He leadeth me, O blessed thought, O words with heavenly comfort fraught. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis God's hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. Sometimes mid scenes of deepest gloom, sometimes where Eden's bowers bloom, by water still or troubled sea, still 'tis his hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. Lord, I would clasp thy hand in mine, nor ever murmur nor repine, content whatever lot I see, since 'tis thy hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. And when my task on earth is done, when by thy grace the victory's won, in death's cold wave I will not flee, since God through Jordan leadeth me. He leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. Folks, if we look at some of these words, we realize that it's not always pretty, it's not always fun, it's not always fair, it's not always kind. But through it all, as the song says, if we hold Jesus' hand, he will lead us in the proper way, and eventually He will lead us to our eternal home. Sometimes mid scenes of deepest gloom. Folks, who's leading you today? I trust that it's the Lord. Thank you for joining us again for this week's Crooked Creek Hymn of the Week. We'll see you next time.